Hello everyone and welcome back to another Pony&Wolf Productions video. My name is visualbrony and today we're reading the story Bangtan Meets the Kirins by Creativa. Oh, Creativa-Artly01. Why? Okay, for some reason the website doesn't show me the author's name in one go, but well, there we go. So, without further ado, here's this amazing list of those amazing people who keep supporting this channel. Because this is nowadays the only way we can actually justify to ourselves keeping doing this. Because, let's face it, this is not a good time for being a YouTuber, and we have actually had to demonetize most of our most viewed videos because they do not go in line with YouTube's new ad-friendly guidelines. So, if you want to be on that list and want to keep us doing this, then, maybe check those links in the description out, where you can find our Patreon merch store and other things. And now let's get into the story, because I'm fairly certain I'm annoying you a great deal by now. It's a new day at the big hit dorms when the Colts are approached with a special letter being dropped in their hoofs by one of their staff. "It's a letter for the location of your next out-of-town performance. Good luck," says the staff pony before trotting off. V uses his magic to open it as RM goes on to read it aloud. "Dear Bangtan," reads RM. "My name is Autumn Blaze, and us here in the Kirin village would love if you would come and perform for us. We hadn't had a concert since before the silencing, and we want that thrill again so much. The singing along, screaming our guts out, the whole 9 yards. Hope to see you in the village soon, Autumn Blaze." "Well, looks like we're going to Kirin Village, Colts," says RM. "We better get packed." The rest nod in agreement. JK and V return to their houses to say goodbye to their dogs Yeontan and Bam before returning to the dorms to pack. Next thing is next. They're on the first hay cart to the Kirin Village. It's definitely about to be one interesting experience, that's for sure. A few days later, the group arrive at the Kirin village, where they are promptly greeted by Autumn Blaze, the one who originally sent them the letter. "We are very much a music culture ever since we decided to bring our voices back," Autumn begins to explain to the group. "Okay, but what was that the silencing exactly anyways?" inquires a curious Tae-young. "We had a stream here years ago called the Stream of Silence. It's dried up since then, but let me start from the beginning." She begins to sing. "Once upon a time, a fight broke out and hurtful words were said. Flaring tempers were inflamed, destruction quickly spread. No more shouting, yelled our leader, the last thing said aloud. Into the Stream of Silence we stepped as a crowd. Then eventually I found a cure and I became quite chatty. Now we have voices, now we're one, and we're all quite chatty. Musicals and promenades every weekend, but we wanted more fun, so for you we did send." "Okay, noted," responds RM. "Okay, but the stream took away your voices, yeah?" interjects JK. "Yes," says Autumn with a huff as she grabs her face and rolls her eyes. "And magic flowers restored them." She then leads them towards the venue. "So this is a venue," explains Autumn Blaze. "Our old amphitheater. We just rebuilt it in time for your all's arrival." "Thanks, that's much appreciated," responds RM. He bows to her before she giddily hops along her merry way. A few minutes later, the Colts begin to practice for their concerts that night. "These Kirin, they're a symbol of good luck to us. We can't mess this up," says RM quietly to himself. "We can't mess this up." Once he focuses and centers himself, he gets in position alongside the rest of them. They then begin dancing and singing Idol, soon followed by Black Swan, Permission to Prance, Butter, Fake Lover, DNA, Life Goes On, Dope, and Mic Drop, among others. 3 hours later, alongside the sunset, the concert begins as they kick it off with Jump, which they then follow with Black Swan, then Idol, then Cold with Love, then DNA, then butter, then permission to prance, then magic shop, followed by save me and I'm fine. Then go into fake love, dynamite, life goes on, dope, and mic drop and make it right. They also do butterfly, run, and spring day, as well as not today, going absolutely all out, no holds barred. As they do, the Kirins light their horns with pure joy as they dance and sing along. Every Kirin even riot for the solo and duo performances such as Dachwita and Even If I Die It's You and Friends, leaves every Kirin constantly awing. After the concert wraps up, every Kirin comes around for the fan sign. They get everything signed. Posters, fans, mugs, literally everything.
You colts are so cool!
Squeals the Kirin filly who was standing alongside her mother, Daffodil Rain. Thanks, blush the colts. We're glad you enjoyed the concert. Several more Kirins shuffle their way through before the activities die down and the colts and every Kirin turn in for the night. The only two who don't are Autumn Blaze and RM.
You're kind. The Kirin have always been a symbol of good luck in our culture, a symbol of our ancestors and how they protect us. So doing this concert meant so much to us as well. Thanks for that.
Of course, responds Autumn Blaze.
It was nice to scream and cheer the crowd again after so many years of me being the only one who could talk. It was nice to have mutual enjoyment again.
She lets out a sigh.
So nice.
Yeah, I bet. I could never imagine purposefully living without my voice. My voice is my livelihood as a rapper, an idol, and a singer after all, responds RM with a chuckle.
I can see that,
responds Autumn Blaze.
Your voice is your world. It is for me as well. Being without it literally drove me insane.
Yeah, I bet. With the spunk you have, that doesn't surprise me, chuckles RM.
You mean that?
Blushes Autumn Blaze.
Yeah, your energy is literally infectious,
responds RM with a chuckle once more.
Well, I think I'm gonna turn in for the night. It's getting late.
Autumn nods. The two share a hug before RM heads to his accommodations for the night. He soon arrives in his private treehouse as he requested one all to himself so he can actually sleep. Meanwhile, in their treehouse, JK and Jin have a pillow fight while in theirs, Jimin and Taehyung just cuddle pile as J-Hope and Sugar are passed out fast asleep in the room next door. As they're in their pile, Jimin whispers in V's ear. Today was fun. Probably the luckiest, most blessed we've ever been, huh? Yeah, V whispers back. We were definitely blessed with luck today, that's for sure. After several more hours of goofing around, Jin and JK tucker out and fall fast asleep as well. Meanwhile, in his private treehouse, RM is sleeping like an absolute foal. The next morning, just like their Kirin hosts, the colts are up with the sunrise and, to their surprise, a plentiful breakfast before they return home. They eat before packing up and heading on their way. On the cart ride back to the city, they can't help but talk about how much fun they had during the concert. Jin and JK, however, still exhausted, sleep the entire several-hour trip back home. It was a fun experience that they'd never trade for anything else in the world. All 7 of them can definitely agree on that much for certain.